my darlings, welcome to a new vlog. For the first time in a while, I've actually got hair and makeup done to say good morning to you, because today we have been blessed with a blue sky day, and so Charlie and I and Jake are doing a very last minute shoot day. We literally planned this yesterday, but it makes such a difference having a nice blue sky day when you do a shoot. So I've been spending the morning getting bits and bobs ready. Of course, did my Pilates this morning, which was great. So beautiful in that studio when it's a blue sky day. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually had a little mini meltdown just now, and I feel like I have just forgotten how to put outfits together. Like, I really struggled. So we're not going to be doing too much like extra content because we've got a couple of brand projects that we need to shoot today, and this cute little sheep jumper I'm probably just going to do as like a warm-up shot, because I have not done any photography or videography or any kind of shoots this entire year. So while my hair relaxes, because it's very much in is it Jane Fonda with the huge hair? It's in Jane Fonda mode at the moment. So while my hair relaxes, and as a bit of a warm-up, we'll just do some cute little cozy photos in this outfit, and then we'll shoot the bits that we are planning to do for the brands. And yeah, it's a gorgeous day, really beautiful blue sky day. Jake's just arrived. They're doing a couple of little house photos. I just had a bowl of my leek and potato soup that I made yesterday, and I swear it's even better on day 2. And homemade croutons just make all the difference. Anyway, I think I can hear them shouting, which probably means it's time to go. Okay, we are here at beautiful Cornwall Manor. We've shot here many a time before. It really is so beautiful, and we're very grateful to the team here for allowing us to come and shoot on beautiful days like today. So the secret behind shooting fabulous dresses on a very chilly January day is puffer coats and fluffy boots between shots. So we are, as you might be able to guess from the sparkles underneath, shooting some gorgeous content for Needle and Thread, and a few nice kind of countryside lifestyle photos as well. Jake's just getting a few drone shots. I need to brush my hair by the looks of it, and then we'll get snapping.
It's authentic. The wellies and the walking stick really go with the aesthetic.
Do you want to see what else goes with the aesthetic?
Yeah. Oi! Are they Adenola?
Yeah, because it's blooming freezing.
Chilly.
You're alright, you've got your puffer jacket.
I have.
Right.
What a day. Feels like spring. If we've shown everyone the spectacular setting. Here we go. Look at this. It does feel like spring today, even though it's going to be back to winter tomorrow probably. It's like a painting.
What's the back like? We'll do another look over the shoulder shot. Or, yeah, just some more of that actually, it's lovely. And how easy is it to walk? Can you do a few steps towards me?
It would be very elegant, but I can try.
That's lovely, and then just on
a wrap. Hopefully Charlie got some nice behind the scenes shots there. My goodness, I am numb. My fingers are completely asleep, but I think we got some really, really nice shots here. A mixture of kind of rural, cozy lounge, not loungewear, knitwear like I'm wearing now, and some beautiful elevated elegant shots for needle and thread. I've been wearing this knit a lot lately. This is from Johnson's of Elgin and it is so thick and cozy. Whew. Keeping me nice and toasty warm. Okay, looks like the boys are packing up the drone. If any of the clips are landscape, I shall pop some of them in here because Jake always gets the most beautiful drone shots and we have had the most stunning low winter light. But that's it, it's a wrap. Let's get home, let's make a nice hot drink and hopefully defrost a little. Even on a cold January day, it's still just the most incredible house. Beautiful, beautiful architecture. The iconic gardens, famous from the holiday film, the date scene. And actually my favourite area is this little garden over here. The topiary is shaped all year round, of course, so it's got some really interesting structures even when there's no blooms. Of course, I'll probably bring you back here in spring when the peonies are out and the rose garden is blooming. And then you've got this sensational view over here down to the lakes. Absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it here. Love it, love it, love it. And if you didn't know, you can, of course, get married here, as our lovely Ben and Robin did. There's a little church tucked away behind there. Not sure how many you can sleep in the house, but quite a few. There's a beautiful dining room in the house. On the first evening of Ben and Robin's wedding, we had a marquee up there where we had dinner. We had an afternoon tea down here by the pond. I think this is wisteria. Obviously it's still very much asleep at the moment. Gosh, I literally cannot feel my hands. But yeah, we had a lovely little afternoon tea down there. I think there's a few photos of that on Cornwell's Instagram. Anyway, let's get in the car and get warm. Hello again, my darlings. We are back home again. I have just about defrosted. I am about to do the monumentous tidy up of all of the clothes, some of which I did shoot, some of which I didn't shoot, but a big tidy up is in order. And I think Charlie's about to start cooking a nice cavolo nero pasta dish, so cannot wait. But my favourite evening treat, I'm going to multitask while I'm doing a little bit of a tidy up later. I showed you in, I think it was the end of the last vlog, I did my big at-home LED masking. And I mentioned within that actually what I do more regularly is I use this bad boy, this device. So this is my Current Body LED face mask. And this is something that I'm trying to get better at using it every day. You don't need to use it every day. I would say like 3 to 4 or 5. Every other day is the perfect amount to use this, little and often. I have spoken about this so many times before, but I thought, seeing as I mentioned LED briefly in the last vlog, I would once again share why, in my opinion, this is without doubt. I'm actually going to be very bold and say this is the best money that you can spend for your face. Wow, that's quite a big statement. After your food, this is the best investment you can make for your face. Partly because, unlike products, it doesn't run out. You've always got it. And it's just so powerful. So if you are unfamiliar with LED, basically LED, the way that I like to explain it when I'm telling friends is that the power of LED light, it basically goes deep under the surface of the skin, into the skin cells, and it tricks those skin cells into thinking that they're damaged, when in fact they are not. So they go into repair mode. What this makes the skin do is not only create more collagen, which gives you brighter skin, it improves skin tone, skin texture, and the thing that most people notice a difference on is anti-aging benefits, so improvement in wrinkles and just overall healthy looking glowing skin. I notice such a huge difference. There are, of course, lots and lots of LED masks on the market, but we recently got some information from Current Body, and they're saying that this one is 27% more powerful than other LED masks on the market, which is absolutely incredible. And the reasons why I personally love it First of all, the fact that it's silicone. You see some really big clunky ones on the market, and then I'm not gonna lie, they just look so uncomfortable that I don't think I would ever do it. I think the thing that makes this so effective is that it's so easy to do and so comfortable to do that you really do just slot it into your routine. You can of course just lie in bed with it on your face, or you can tuck the little battery, because this is it charges just with the same as your iPhone. It's a little battery pack. I like to tuck it into the top of my leggings and walk around while I'm doing the treatment. You could start cooking, you could do some ironing, you could take the dogs for a walk in the garden, whatever you want to do, or just potter about, or just lie down and listen to an Audible book. So yeah, it's because it's so soft and bendy, it's incredibly comfortable to wear, and that kind of pillowiness is what also makes it so impactful, because the LED lights are closer to your skin, which makes the benefits even better. So within this, you've got red light, and you've also got near infrared light, which goes even deeper into the skin. There is actually a graph on the website, I will pop it on the screen here so you can see, which really gives you those long-lasting anti-aging benefits, because it's going so deep into those skin's layers. And for me, especially after coming back from holiday, I find it fantastic because of any discoloration on my face. It really helps to create a more even tone and texture to my skin. So big fan. I've been using this for many years now, and it's the product that I recommend the most to my friends, to family members. It's something that I have bought very often as a gift. I couldn't recommend it any more highly. So I'm going to take my makeup off, pop this on, and before I forget, I do have a discount code for this from Current Body, which will get you 15% off the Current Body LED devices, and that is Josie CB. I will leave a link down below so you can make the most of that. If you want any more information, I will leave a link down below. Have a little look on the website, because also the before and afters, and there's over 1,000 5-star reviews. They are absolutely mind-blowing, the amount of incredible results that people have been seeing from using this. It's not a good time for me to talk about it because my skin looks so tired and dull at the moment, but a lot of people see huge improvements in brightness, tone and texture in as little as 4 weeks. I would say actually it's almost instant. Within a couple of uses, I feel like I can already see improvement in my skin. So there we go. I'm going to take my makeup off, pop this on, and then let's do our post photo shoot tidy up. We love to multitask. Okay, I'm about to look a little bit like Hannibal Lecter, or maybe you think I already do. Woo! There we go. So there we go. This is why I love it so much, because I've now got the thingy. I've tucked it into the waistband of my leggings, so I'm free to party, walk around the house. This is why I think I have such good sticking to doing my LEDing, if that makes sense, because it's just such an easy thing to slot into my routine. And I really see such a difference when I'm doing it. I had a few questions on whether you can use this on other body parts, and yeah, of course you can, because it's silicone, it's very moldable. So what you could do, LED has recently been linked to hair growth. Maybe this is why my eyebrows have been pretty good lately. But if you have got thinning hair, or your husband has got thinning hair, you could literally just like put this on top of your head and wear it like a really crazy cap. That would be so funny. If you want to improve the collagen and skin tone and texture and wrinkle and crappiness of your skin on your neck and on your décolleté area, then of course you could just lie down. You could do 10 minutes of it on your face, and you could do 10 minutes just lie the whole thing on your chest. I like to put it on my hands as well. Being a gardener, my hands, I am conscious of getting little dark spots on them, so I like to treat my hands as well. As you've seen, I just double cleansed, and I've got nothing on my face at the moment. To clean my mask, I just use, I'll leave it linked down below, it's quite a natural spray. I think it's from like, is it called Nature's Kitchen or The Natural Kitchen? I just spray the mask and then use one of my reusable cotton pads to wipe over it. I normally do that when I've finished masking, so there's nothing on it for when I next use it. And then after I've masked, so after like 10-15 minutes have gone by, sometimes I do a double whammy if I'm really in the flow of doing something or really in the flow of listening to a podcast while I'm lying down. And by the way, fine for the eyes, it's not going to damage your eyes in the slightest. Then I will put on some nice hydrating serums, and then I'll basically start my evening skincare routines. But yeah, just absolutely love that I can literally wander around while I am pampering. So I'm going to do that thing. I'm just going to gather all the clothes that are in our bedroom that I need to take up to the dressing room. Right. And then we'll head up there and let's do a 15-minute blitz, and I reckon we can get that room tidy. This is not even half of the state that my dressing room is in right now. This is what happens when I have a last-minute photo shoot. I was literally trying on so many things, but honestly, I really struggled, as I mentioned earlier, to put together just like normal outfits. The best I can come up with is leggings and a cozy knit. I think that's just what is on my brain and all I want to wear right now. So I think tomorrow, as long as it's not a really rainy day, because nothing inspires me less than a rainy day, I think I will just do a little bit of outfit planning to try and re-excite myself and teach myself to put together some outfits when I'm not in such a rush. But yeah, okay, I'm going to pop a podcast on and blitz this space. Done 2 back-to-back LED sessions. Done. I sometimes get like a little nodules on my face where it's been pressed on, but that's no problem. So now, oops, I'm still attached. Just a little bit of quick skincare after my LEDing. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hydrating Face Mist. Just feels really good to mist your face after an LED. I'm using really nice lightweight products. This is an Olay eye serum because I will do more skincare before I go to bed, so it only needs to be really nice lightweight products now. Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Serum. This is beautifully calming as well. Perfect after a day outside in the cold. And now I'm going to pop on one of the light Elizabeth Arden ceramide capsules. I find it sinks into the skin a little bit more quickly than their original ceramide capsules. And yet it gives my skin a really nice slip for doing a little bit of facial massage, which feels really good when I've got time after some LED masking. I've got these 2 little jade nodules that I got from Bamford, and they're really cooling and they just feel so good for some facial massage. I don't really know what I'm doing, I just do what feels good. I don't know how they're so cool. And that's it, just 2 minutes of facial massage. I think I'm going to have to remove my eye makeup properly before I go to bed. I didn't do a very good job earlier. But yes, my skin is very, very happy with that absolute treat. See, even when you're doing this, it requires you to be manually doing something, whereas with the LED mask, you're literally just walking around and getting pampered, not forgetting a nice bit of lip balm. Where is my Allies of Skin favourite lip balm? Can't find it, but I've got my Clé de Peau lip serum here, so this will do the trick. And I used the timer of the LED mask to really motivate me to get the tidying done, and I'm very happy with how much tidying I got done. So there we go. Right, I think by now Charlie will have finished cooking our dinner. The fire will be lit downstairs. It's always quite exhausting doing a shoot day, so I'm very much looking forward to parking my bottom on the sofa, kissing my boys, eating pasta and watching Netflix. What an exciting Friday evening, but honestly, my dream Friday evening. fresh spaghetti with cavolo nero pesto, sausages, fire, Netflix, husband somewhere. It's the perfect evening, Lexi. You want me to keep playing with you? I've already been playing with you for 10 minutes. Mummy eats and then we continue playing. Good morning, my darlings. It's now Saturday morning. Last night was so chilled, literally the most perfect evening, and we had the Nonatonda cavolo nero pesto pasta, which was scrumptious. So Charlie and I have decided that we're gonna go for a really nice long dog walk today. So we've both been here in the gym doing some stretches first thing. I've done a 30-minute stretch yoga flow on the Peloton app this morning. I've got on, these are actually not Adenola, these are the Amazon leggings with the crossover detail. You can tell, oh, the logo looks so similar to Lululemon, but it is in fact Amazon. And then the sports bra is Lulu, I think, possibly one that I got in that Net-a-Porter haul. It is actually freezing in here. I came in wearing a fleece, but with the Dyson fan on and some movement, I have warmed up a little bit. I think Charlie's going to do a really nice brunch. Then we're going to cook. We're going to slow cook a shepherd's pie all day today to have for our dinner. We're probably going to head out somewhere, explore something at some point today, or maybe just spend the afternoon in the garden, who knows. But for now I'm going to head inside, get showered and have a lovely breakfast. Okay, we have just got back from a lovely walk through the village, picked up some chicken to have for a roast tomorrow and some meat for a shepherd's pie later. As you might be able to see, the sun has come out, hallelujah. It's still very cold. I have got a thermal layer on underneath my wool jumper, which is keeping me nice and toasty warm. So at this time of year, on sunny days, I'm just normally quite desperate to get into the garden. Not that it's not as enjoyable as spring gardening, obviously, because temperatures are so cold, but being outside, it just makes me feel good. And yeah, I'm just itching to get started. But there's actually very few things, aside from obviously last week we did microgreens. There's very few things that you can start off in January, even though we are coming slowly towards February. But something that you can do is actually your chilies and your aubergine, because they take so long to germinate. However, I'm not sure that I'm going to do any more seed planting today. Maybe I'll do a little bit tomorrow. What I'm going to do instead is really go and take a look at my raised beds and see if we need to do any prep on them before the big growing season begins. So as I'm sure you know, the taste and the nutrients that you get from your homegrown veg really starts with the soil. And if you can pack your soil with nutrients and get your soil as healthy and full of different microbes as possible, then your fruit and veg that you grow, mostly veg in my case, raspberries are fruit though, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be tastier and so much better for you. So one of the ways that I like to ensure that my kitchen garden beds are as rich in soil nutrients as possible is a very easy method called chop and drop. Now I did this at the end of the growing season in, I think it was maybe September or October, you might remember I did it in a vlog, but some of the winter veg is starting to come to the end now as well. So basically, chop and drop. Any veg that's growing, you chop it up and you drop it back on the soil, and then you can put either homemade or bought compost on top of it. And as your old veg that's all chopped up breaks down, it really feeds the new soil. Very exciting, I know. It's basically composting for lazy people, aka me. So that's what I'm going to do today. Very exciting. It's going to make the beds look a little bit neater. Something that you can also do to add more nitrogen into the soil is put coffee grounds in there. Obviously this doesn't work if you have an espresso or pods, but if you do use ground coffee, then the ground coffee, I'll show you in a second, you can just break it up, put it in your beds, and it does need around 8 months to really decompose, but by the time we get to summer, when my tomatoes will be hungry for nitrogen in the soil, it will have fully broken down. So I think that's where I'm going to start today. It looks as though a tornado has gone over the kitchen garden, but as you can see, I have been snipping down all of the veg which has gone over. I've got just one Cavolo Nero plant still standing. I've got a few more chops to do, including this old spinach and that Cavolo Nero plant there, Dexy. But yes, so I've chopped everything up nice and small, and now I'm using a hand rake to just kind of mix it in with the soil. Timing is really good because next week I'm going to order some nice fresh compost and lay that on top, but that'll probably arrive in about a week's time, so it means that all of these bits that I'm leaving on the surface will have time to get exposed to the elements. Maybe a little bit of rain will fall on them and that'll just help them to decompose. Found a load of carrots in the ground. Lots of them have got little holes in, so probably not edible, but there's a few good ones in there, a few of which I have chopped up as well to add into the compost. But yeah, we're nearly there. I'm listening to a really good Dr. Rangan Chatterjee podcast while I do it, and as you can imagine, I've got lots of help from my little assistants, so I reckon another 20 minutes and this veg bed will be done. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm probably not going to do this bed today. We've got some good kale left growing in this one, traditional curly kale, and we have got some mega carrots in here. Some of the biggest carrots I've ever seen in my life, actually. But yeah, I think I'll leave this bed till next weekend. Or are you going to do this one for me, Dexy? Yes, don't worry about this one, Mummy. I'll take charge of this bed. realised I actually have a couple of bags of the Rocket Grow, it's a lovely local-ish brand made in Somerset, soil improver around the back of the greenhouse. So I thought I'm just going to pop a couple of bags on here. There is a third bag, but I'm going to have to ask Charlie to grab it because I think there's a big spider living underneath it. So this will just help to flatten everything down and get the worms excited and yeah, just really help to improve my soil ready for the spring growing season. Okay, back in the kitchen. It feels good to have spent a little bit of time outside. My Apple Watch actually thought I was doing exercise then, based on, and I wasn't wearing this when I was doing my yoga or our dog walk, and I've nearly closed all the rings. I only tend to wear my Apple Watch on days when I'm at home. It just helps me to remember to get up and get moving. So I've popped on some of my leek and potato soup. This is probably the last day that I should consume it because I did make it 2.5 days ago. So yeah, I think 3 days of homemade soup is probably enough. Yesterday I made an extra batch of croutons, literally only like a small handful, but they're so delicious. So I'll just stick those in the Aga and I'll have them on top. And I've also got these mung beans in the fridge while I wait for my microgreens to grow. So that'll be a nice little addition on top of the soup as well. And that should keep me going until we make our delicious shepherd's pie for later. Dressing room, and I've just made myself a little afternoon pick-me-up. My mud water, still think it's such a funny name. This time I did not put oat milk in. I have just used the coconut powder to add a little bit of creaminess. I didn't even add a sweetener. I'm hoping it's still going to taste nice, but it's still too hot at the moment. And I've just popped on a really nice balmy lipstick. This is the Hydra Shiny Lip Stilo from Kiko in number 16, and it's just super hydrating. It's literally a balm, but with a really nice amount of colour. Whew, so do you know what? I need some face mist as well. Face mist, a cup of yummy drink and a bowl of soup are the perfect remedies for a few hours in the garden. Now, I am planning on early cooking our shepherd's pie shortly, but before we lose the light, I have got 2 deliveries that I'm going to unbox with you. I know I said I might do a little bit of like outfit planning, but I just don't have the energy for that, and I'm not looking cute enough for that. I feel like when you're putting together outfits, you want to have like freshly washed hair and be looking cute, but I'm looking post-gardening disheveled, so we're not going to do that. But I had an Abercrombie delivery. I saw that they had a few nice bits left in their sale, so I placed this order a few days ago, and I was very much inspired by Kate Hutchins on Instagram, whose fashion I adore. She's so gorgeous, so chic. Actually, I don't even think her thermals were from Uniqlo, but it made me think I need to up my thermal game when I saw one of her reels. So I've bought some heat tech from Uniqlo. I'm normally an M&S thermals kind of gal, so it'd be interesting to compare. Let's open this one first. Oh, by the way, I've been wearing this perfume today. It's the Red Hibiscus from Jo Malone London, and it's absolutely glorious. There is a lot of plastic in this Uniqlo order. That's not good. Ah, these are actually the Heat Tech leggings, and I got them in white because I thought that that would be the most like easy to disguise colour underneath thin trousers if I want to wear some nice like lightweight trousers, but I want it to be warm. So yeah, maybe even while skiing as well. Some people look very glamorous in white thermal leggings. I think I look like the Michelin Man, but never mind. This is the off-white long sleeve scoop neck top. Maybe I could give these a little try for you in a second. 100% cotton lining. This is the extra warm heat tech. Did I mention I'm going to Paris next weekend? I don't know if I did yet, but it's going to be cold there, so I thought that extra layers of thermals would be really helpful for that. It's very soft and it actually feels thinner than the M&S thermals, so that's exciting. Ultra warm heat tech, the warmest of all heat tech innerwear. This I can tell feels a lot thicker because it comes in its own pretty thick box. Heat tech fibers capture the energy of water molecules. Wow! Emitted from the body and convert them into warmth. 2.25 warmer than the original, best for severe cold. Highly insulating layers prevent warmth from escaping. Brushed fabric makes it even warmer. Wowza! This sounds amazing. So this really is noticeably thicker. This is like for the coldest of days, and it is, as you might be able to guess, brushed on the inside, so really, really soft. Probably a little bit thicker than the one that I'm wearing now, which is an M&S one. But yeah, fantastic for gardening, dog walks, skiing, like if you're going to be outside for a long time, bonfire night, you know, that kind of thing. I think every wardrobe needs some really good thermals, so this is an exciting stock up. Maybe these are what was on Kate's Instagram. I think they're actually heat tech trousers, which would be wild, wouldn't it? Pleated trousers. I'm still trying to be the kind of gal that looks chic and wears trousers. But as I mentioned, I need to do a little bit more practice. I need to play around a little bit more. So maybe I'll do that in the week because, as I mentioned, I can't really be bothered to do that right now. Maybe I will. Depends on what's in the Abercrombie order and how much that inspires me. If you've been seeing try-on clips all along, it means that maybe I got inspired tomorrow and I managed to sneak in some try-on clips before editing this video. So these are the Heat Tech socks. Fibers woven with plant oil. That's interesting, and I got them in a green. They literally match my jumper. This is from Really Wild Clothing and I love it. It's lamb's wool, so it's really nice and warm. This should be a good temperature now. Ooh, spicier when you don't have it with oat milk, unsurprisingly. Yeah, these will be really helpful for wearing inside wellies, inside walking boots, etc. So a very practical haul from Uniqlo. So the one thing that I was excited about in my Abercrombie order has not yet arrived. I think there might be another bag downstairs. I'll go and check in a second. These were super highly rated trousers. Yes, I really am trying to be a trouser wearing kind of gal. I think just because so many people that I follow on Instagram look so cool in their trousers. So these are a linen-y material. I actually bought them in 2 sizes to try and get the perfect size. I like the fact that there's no button here. It'll look very chic with a nice belt, nice and high-waisted, so I'll probably wear my dupe for the Hermes Kelly belt, which I will leave linked down below because honestly, it's amazing. And then this, I think that, yeah, this is the Abercrombie dress that I wore loads last summer, but in a different fabric, so it feels really crazy buying something like this now, but I really do adore this silhouette. I think it's something to do with the pleatedness of the bodice. I just think is so pretty. It does need a steam, but yeah, hopefully I will have mustered up the energy to try these on before editing this video. Do you know what? I'm not too blown away with the quality of this fabric actually. It feels a little bit lower quality. It's more I'm not gonna lie, it just feels more plasticky than the cotton one of last year. So there we go. Right, well let's head back downstairs and start putting together this shepherd's pie. Unless I do have another Abercrombie bag down there, in which case I'll show you, because I think it is just the most adorable knit. I'm too warm in this one though, I'm gonna change out of this anyway. Hello, future Josie here. This is the other bit that I ordered from Abercrombie. Really gorgeous knit. It's got a really cute little Fair Isle pattern to it. And then this quite sporty little collar detail. Absolutely love it. Super soft. It's the same material as some other Abercrombie bits that I've got and I've had for many a season, and they just wash really well. So it's the kind of thing that I love to throw on over leggings when I'm working from home or even going to the gym. So yeah, definitely worth the wait, and I thought I would share this with you. It's got a really nice kind of brushed brass little zip detail as well. Cute. Right, my darlings, back down in the kitchen, and I'm going to get cracking on this before Charlie comes down to watch whatever sport he's going to watch today, because when he does, I'll have to switch to doing a voiceover so as not to bother the sport watching. So I'm going to get cracking with a delicious shepherd's pie, and I always make these really big because actually they're fantastic for keeping in the fridge for later in the week and also for freezing. Technically, I'm making a cottage pie because we are going to be using minced beef that we picked up in the butcher's earlier. The other ingredients, as well as the beef for the meaty bit, carrots. I'm not using the ones from the garden. They are a little bit nibbled at, let's just say, so I'm going to use those in a stock. I've got a fantastically ginormous yellow onion, some garlic, some celery, some Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, and I'm also going to be adding in this bone broth from Ossa. I'm actually going to run to the store and see if I've got any powdered bone broth, because I think we'll need a little bit more than just one tub. And then seeing as these, I think they go out of date in like a week or something, but it's quite hard to get through an entire tub of these little mung beans, so I thought it would just be really nice to add a few of these into here as well. Now, I like to cook my beef off first, just in some olive oil in a heavy bottom pan. I find that by cooking the beef first and then putting it to the side and then adding the cooked beef into my veg, it just stops it from being so like oily when you're eating it. And there's a few other little tricks that I like to do along the way, so I'll explain those as we go. So let's get started. So olive oil going in the pan, about 2 tablespoons. So while that's been cooking, I've been chopping up an onion, and now that this has browned all over, I'm going to pop it into here, and then we're going to start on the veggie part of the dish. Heading back down to the kitchen garden. Everything is simmering away, but I'm just going to add in some fresh rosemary and some thyme into my beef mix. So I've come down with my scissors. Perfect. Okay, my darlings, it's a couple of hours later. I have been preparing this very slowly and lovingly. Sometimes I think food tastes better when you prepare it slowly. But yeah, I've just really enjoyed making this, and here we go. So it needs to go in the oven obviously for 20 minutes. As you'll have seen, I like to do a cheesy mash with egg yolks in there to make it extra creamy. Yum. And you saw I strained a lot of the meat mixture out of here, leaving this lovely gravy, which I've thickened up just a tiny bit with some corn flour. I have to keep giving it a stir, otherwise it gets a bit of a skin on the top. So I think we're probably going to eat in about an hour's time. We'll probably do some leeks and peas to have on the side, but it's going to be absolutely scrumptious. Isn't it, my baby? You might have noticed I did a little small portion as well. I've taken that over to Lala. And we've realised that with Sky VIP, you get a few films free each month. Doesn't look like Charlie's figured out how to do it because he's got it on the buy section. But we've decided we're going to watch Oppenheimer. Let's see if we can stay awake throughout the whole thing because it's nearly 3 hours long. My goodness me. We've managed to get it to work. So I just checked my Sky VIP and it's just let me know that I've been a Sky customer for 11 years. And one of my little benefits this month is a free film, so we've just got Oppenheimer for free. Yay. How was your rugby documentary?
It's very good. Yeah, Dickie thoroughly enjoyed it. He's thinking of starting a rugby career.
Yes.
He's been very inspired.
He'd be a good prop. Do you think the good documentary's good?
Yeah, I actually have been really impressed with it so far. I guess it's the one thing I would say is if you've never watched rugby before, there's not a lot about, like, for example, the American football one quarterback. They did quite a good job of explaining American football.
I did think that. They just jumped straight into it,
In this,
didn't
they jumped straight in. So I'm watching it as someone that obviously loves rugby, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm also watching it as someone that wants rugby to be promoted more.
Yeah.
I think I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 so far. It's actually, interestingly, the same British production company that did the film Senna, and then they went on to do Drive to Survive. So they're pretty top notch, and they're already filming a second series to this.
What's it called?
Full Contact on Netflix. What I would say is it's also fairly rugby heavy, which I think's good, once again, because I love rugby, but I liked the quarterback one. They had more of their personal life.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's maybe what will happen in the second series. It would be nice to see a bit more behind the scenes, the training, the aftermath. You see, it shows the rawness of rugby, because even in quarterback, right, the quarterback it focuses on, and they're like the most important but also targeted player. And after games, yeah, there's the odd injury, but they're largely in one piece. Like obviously, understandably, like they're interviewing them the day after, and they look like they've been in like not only a car crash followed by a boxing match.
Oh God!
So it is, yeah, not for the faint-hearted, but it's good. It's good. I've been apprehensive about watching this film because obviously I know it's about the atom bomb, isn't it? The nuclear bomb.
Well, the creation of it. Yeah.
So let's see.
Let's give it a go.
It's going to be quite heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. Dickie, are you ready? Yes, Mummy. Let's do it.
Oh yes, I look forward.